Hi, and welcome to It's Going to Get Stupid. My name's Jose,
And I'm Richard.
and this is your favorite pop culture podcast, back after being on hiatus because
we had an equipment failure,
we
guys.
broke a device.
We did.
Or the device just burnt out.
Actually, I think the device was tired of hearing us.
We talked too much.
And it started yelling at us.
It did. It
Very
started
painfully.
beeping, painful in our ears.
Like
And
every time I tried to reboot it, it was like,
we actually recorded a whole podcast.
Yep.
And it didn't record it, so
nope.
it's the lost archives. And so we're going to try to recreate it, but we can't. So
Who knows?
sorry
Who
about
knows
the
what's gonna
effort.
happen?
But today we are going to talk about what we talked about a month ago, which is God, sounds so stupid doing it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Messianic figures in movies.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot.
There's a ton.
right? And I had check this out. Okay, so I had all these notes last time, and I had a little spreadsheet of all the things and listing of everything I was going to talk about, and it was glorious. I don't have it anymore because I quit my job and I don't have that computer
He has another
anymore.
job.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not just a bum right now I am, like, all the time. But anyway, so I don't have any of those notes, so I'm gonna wing it because what I do best is wing it, kind of like a penguin. Wait, penguins can't fly.
But they can swim really well.
They do.
They use their
They do
wings.
swim. They do use their wings, their fins, finnings. Anyway, point being is that so the first one I'm going to talk about is the easiest one, and that's Neo, the one, because
Yeah.
that's part of a messianic
It's the
figure.
most blatant one.
The one. There's always this chosen one that is going to save everybody from this impending doom or the doom they're already in. So in The Matrix, Neo is the one.
Yep.
He was foretold to be the savior of mankind.
Yep.
Kind of like a certain messianic figure in the Bible. I don't know. I did it like that. But he has superpowers. Super Jesus powers. He can bring people back from the dead.
He can literally reach into their chest and start their hearts again.
That reminds me of that
Start their heart
that
again.
Danny Goki song. Tell my heart to start again.
I don't even know who that is.
I know it's a Christian song.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he is definitely a messianic figure.
100%.
I mean, 100% messianic. And everybody thinks he's amazing, and he is. Whatever. I've talked about the Matrix so many times. I just am done with talking about him. I talked about him for a whole other episode, so I don't want to do it anymore. So let's talk about another messianic figure, Superman. I still think he's a messianic figure. He came down to Earth
I would
as a
agree
little
with that.
baby.
The only thing that I will say that he's missing is he doesn't. I was gonna say he hasn't conquered death, but he did come back.
He did. I mean, literally.
He did.
He's Jesus. Not literally. I mean, because he's not an alien. Jesus wasn't an alien. But I mean, come on. He came from Earth. His dad
Came from Earth.
I mean,
Superman
he came from Krypton,
Yeah.
another planet. But he came to Earth as a baby to save the world.
Yeah.
His dad,
Yeah.
Jor-El, God, sent him here
Yeah.
and to fight Zod, the devil. I don't that part threw me off when I read that. That's not true. But he's all about truth and justice, and he's
Yeah.
trying to save the world
Yeah.
from impending doom and evil, and then he dies and gets resurrected. But so I'm gonna go back to the Matrix because there's an important fact there. There's a part in the movie at the end of the third one when he sacrificed life. 'Cause that's another staple of messianic figures, is that they sacrifice their life.
100%.
And so Neo's done that like 2 or 3 times. I don't know. But he does it. Oh, Reno. Here's the book. Oh, sorry. I'm getting text messages and reading them on. Anyway, so, but when he dies by the machine, like shooting the energy through him, there's a cross on his chest.
Yeah, and I didn't notice that. Like,
Did you rewatch
that
it?
didn't stick into my brain box until you mentioned it to me again.
Did you go back and watch it?
No, I didn't, but I do remember it now.
Thanks. Yeah.
I do remember it.
Well, because it was a blatant ending. I mean, a blatant
Hint at it.
hint to like he is a messianic figure.
Right.
Oh, here it is right here. Can I get to it? But I can't show anybody, so
No.
it doesn't even matter. But I'm gonna watch it myself.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. I just sit here and watch movies the whole time while other people are talking. Because whatever. Any other messianics? I can't even remember the ones we talked about last time.
So now that we're talking about this again, I didn't have a ton to contribute the last time we recorded this. Jose's going to show It is. That's 100% across.
Definitely across. Look, I'll just show you guys if you can see it. I don't know if you can, but it's 100% across.
It 100% is. So what Jose's doing right now, just for those of you who don't know, is this episode is our maiden voyage into Twitch streaming. So now, if you wanted to watch two idiots live talk about podcast and movies, you could do that. But before we move any much further, where else can they reach us, Jose?
Oh yeah, man, I forgot all about that. We haven't done this in like a month, so I don't even know what I'm doing. So if you want to send us an email, that's old school, but go ahead and do it. Yeah. I mean, actually, old school would be sending a letter, but who does that? Where would you even buy a stamp? I stole that joke from John Oliver because I don't care. Boom. Anyway,
I mean, it's not like you're Amy Schumer or anything.
Oh, I'm not.
You're not,
but I could be, because all you should do is steal jokes. Anyway, not www. It is just it's going to get stupid at gmail.com.
You can find us on Twitter at IGTGS Show.
Or you can hit us up on Facebook, at facebook.com/it's going to get stupid.
Where it's going to get stupid on Instagram.
And you could check out our website at www.itsgoingtogetstupid.com.
And now we have two more for you. It's twitch.com/it's going to get stupid. And our phone number is 281-698-7538. If you're watching us live, you can actually call into the show. We'll put you on speakerphone.
Yep.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to go, but whatever.
I wonder which one of our idiot friends is going to call first.
I thought someone was calling right there when I
did too. I got a little nervous.
This is my phone, so that didn't work. Cool. Other messianic figures.
Oh, so the messianic figure that I thought of while we were talking about this, Wolverine in the X-Men series.
Like the Logan, like the the film version?
Yeah, like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Like look at how they position him every single time. Right? Like he's the one that ends up having to save the day at the end of every single movie.
So
he ultimately sacrifices
himself. In that
himself.
vein, are you trying to say that Mystique is the messianic figure in the new?
No, because even Wolverine does it too.
But hold on, he's barely in that. He's barely in that movie. Number one, I mean, he's in a lot, but she's the one. She's the main person, and she's obviously going to die in this next movie. So
100% going to
die.
Yeah.
I mean, even the trailer's kind of like, how a trailer shows something, and it's like maybe it's kind of like, no, guys, we're really going to kill her. Everything you've ever wanted. Here you go.
I think they should just kill them all off.
I mean, I guess I can see that Wolverine has he has superpowers.
Yep.
But he wasn't like destined to. That's the true man. He was a hero. He's a hero.
Valid.
Okay, Anakin.
Yes,
that was the other one we talked about.
That was the other one because of his midichlorian count.
Anakin is Star Wars, and oh my gosh, the same thing happened last time. This is like deja vu. Anakin in Star Wars.
That was a great movie, by the way.
What, deja vu? Uh-huh. With Denzel Washington?
Denzel Washington?
That's a whole nother podcast, bro. Okay. Time freaking travel. That stupid movie. Oh, I hate that movie. But Anakin is a messianic figure because he was also foretold. There was a prophecy, right? He would bring balance to the Force.
Yes.
He was born with all the he was, first off, he's a virgin birth. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if Shmi was a virgin, but she definitely didn't have a dude at the time because she said there was no guy. There, you know what?
But she could also been lying.
Povich, where are you? Maury Povich, get him on the show. Let's have you ever seen the episode where they have like 25 different people that could be the dads? And it's like at this point, who really just pick one? It doesn't matter. Just somebody just step up. You know what? If you guys just gave $1, you'd probably just be able to. You'd be fine. Just give $5. Everybody just give $5, right? We're good, right? $5 a month. It's not that big of a deal. Join the club. Anyway, that's terrible. So Anakin. Is born from no dad. He's born out of the Force. The Force birthed him, okay, which is crazy to begin with. And they never talk about it again, also. Never, ever. It's just in the first movie, and they're kind of like, that's a bad idea. Let's never talk about that again. Forget it.
Yeah.
And instead, he kind of goes bad. So but in the end, he saves kind of the Force because...
How?
I don't know what he
having
does.
Having a baby?
Well, no, because he kills the Emperor, right? And he brings balance to the Force by killing the Emperor, and then the Sith should be gone. However, Disney likes money, so in the last movie,
I'm sorry.
You're thinking
I'm thinking prequels.
You're thinking prequels. Oh, no. I'm thinking Anakin's all the way through. He's Darth Vader.
You're going all the way to the Last Jedi.
Yeah,
I mean the Return of the Jedi.
You have to go all the way to the Return of the Jedi. But then again, that didn't work because the First Order the First Order came.
Yeah.
And so failed Anakin, but nice try.
Just like everything else he did.
But then again, wow.
Like keeping both hands.
It's a family tradition. It is. It's a family tradition. You have to lose your hand. So that means that Kylo Ren's going to lose a hand. Cool. Good with it.
Yep.
Good with it. But he's definitely a messianic figure because he's supposed to bring balance to the Force. He's supposed to do this great thing. I think he's a really good messianic figure. Aslan was another one we talked about. Or is it Aslan?
I think it's Aslan.
Aslan.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with that name. It could be bad. Obvious reference to Jesus in the Chronicles of Narnia, Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. He is sacrificed, resurrected. Anakin's also resurrected, right? But he's resurrected negatively, right? He's not resurrected into the light again. He's resurrected as Darth Vader.
Yep.
But Aslan's resurrected as himself.
Yep.
And then he comes and saves the day and helps fight against the White Witch. And he has bravery and powers, and I don't know if he's destined or whatever. I've never read that much into that story.
The destined part, I think, is probably what's missing. But his, he's definitely a symbolic figure representing Jesus.
Yeah, and because he sacrificed himself, that's why he's able to, like, there's a reason that they win or something like that. Like, her powers waned because of that.
It was more like the kids became empowered because of his sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one was, dang it, man, I had it on the tip of my Harry Potter.
Yes.
Also a messianic figure.
Yes. Also prophesized.
He died, was resurrected.
Yep.
Superpowers. He was more powerful than everybody. First off,
he had 2 spells.
He did only have 2 spells.
2 spells.
Expelliarmus and what was the other one?
His Patronus.
Yeah. He did some other stuff. He did a couple other things, okay? But he wasn't like proficient in spellcasting.
No.
But he's just super lucky. Or super blessed.
So he's like Domino.
He was blessed. He's like Domino.
Yeah.
He just had just good things happen to him.
Yeah.
Why you gotta hate on Harry, man?
No,
he was a Mary Sue.
I have no issues with Harry Potter. I'm just saying, like, he wasn't the greatest wizard.
He was terrible, actually.
Yeah.
He's barely mediocre.
And he never really intended to do anything.
What do you mean?
Like, he just kind of like...
Oh, like trying to... It wasn't actively trying to stop something.
Like, he was the hero by matter of circumstance, not by his own accord.
Like, he stumbled into heroism.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Every single time. Every single time. Like, I mean, he was just a good guy.
And did the right thing. Most of the time, yes.
Yeah. But
it's not like he charged forward, like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to defeat him.
Right.
At the end, he finally did. At the end, he's like, okay, 100%. Look, I guess I should really do something by this time because I can't stumble into defeating Voldemort.
Exactly.
But I think he's a good messianic figure, too. Anybody else?
You know what's terrifying? I just looked at my phone and we have 2 other viewers.
Oh, really?
We have 4 viewers total.
What?
That's so weird.
There's nobody watching anymore. They're not.
Okay.
They walked away.
Okay.
They said, no, sir. No, sir. This is
We're
not
doing
going to
this.
happen. Not today. The Buddy Christ and Dogma. No, that's not good. I think I made that joke last. I think I made that joke last time too.
Yeah.
This is very deja vu. Ripley and Alien 3. I hate these lists, man.
Yeah.
E.T.
No.
But because it's hard to like what is a messianic figure, and what really constitutes one, because you could, like you said, Wolverine, right? You could kind of think that you kind of make it.
He has aspects of it.
But I think everyone has an aspect of this because messianic is a savior figure, and then when you think of Judeo-Christian, you're thinking Jesus and how that.
Gandalf.
Oh yeah, Gandalf was the other one.
Gandalf
was the other one where he dies, sacrifices himself to fight the Balrog.
Gandalf the Grey becomes
Gandalf the White, and then which is I don't understand that, but
yeah.
It was cool. It was cool to see him come up and be like, "Oh, I'm resurrected, guys!" 3 days later. No, it wasn't 3 days. It was like months later or something.
It was a long time.
Anyway, yeah. So, so it doesn't have. But a messianic figure doesn't necessarily have to be Judeo-Christian. Because I believe in Jesus. That's how I kind of figure them out.
It's more having that savior aspect, and I think the idea of the prophecy has to come into play. Like, they have to be told about, or or at least someone has an inkling that this person is coming, and then they do ultimately end up having to sacrifice themselves in order to try to save everyone.
I
think those are the big aspects.
I think it's
of it.
more like a sacrifice that doesn't necessarily have to be a life sacrifice,
Yeah.
but they do have to sacrifice because they have to grow, right? I mean, it makes sense. So yeah, man, those are some ones that we had that we talked about last time. We probably talked more about it, but I think it's really cool to look for certain themes in heroes and the way they are and how religion can intersect with our culture and the way that we create art and the way that we draw these themes on. Because if you look at a lot of heroes to begin with, they draw a lot of themes from that morality, Judeo-Christian morality, and I think that's interesting. We base a lot of big characters on that and some of their stories on the Jesus story, which is pretty cool. Moving right along. If you have any more that we forgot, because I'm pretty sure we forgot some, just hit us up on goingtogetstupid@gmail.com.
Or you can tweet us at IGTGS Show.
Or you can go to facebook.com/itsgoingtogetstupid.
You can find us on Instagram at It's Going to Get Stupid.
Go to our website at www.itsgoingtogetstupid.com.
Find us on Twitch /It's Going to Get Stupid.
You can call us at 281-698-7538. Leave a voicemail, or if we're live on the air, we'll take your call right then. Anyway, let's get to our next segment. Beak?
Beak?
I don't know what that is. I don't know. Whatever. The last thing we watched.
Yeah. So
I've watched a lot of stuff in a month, but
so in the last episode that we actually released, we talked about Polar. And,
we did talk about Polar.
And Handmaid's Tale. So we were talking about both of those.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So,
but I have a new series that I watched.
Go for it.
And the
Is there a messianic figure in it?
Not at all.
Darn.
The last series I watched was You. On Netflix.
Cool.
It's a 10-episode little drama series. It was actually produced on Lifetime, which I think is weird. This was not a Lifetime type show.
But was it on Lifetime?
But it was on Lifetime, from what I understand, and then Netflix picked it up. And they're actually producing a second season. But it follows this guy named Joe who...
It's a good name.
Yeah. At the beginning of the story, has just kind of gotten out of a really, kind of strenuous relationship, or it's kind of put him in a weird spot. And he works in a bookstore that sells a lot of first editions. He basically runs the bookstore.
Is it called First Edition?
I actually don't even remember what the name of the bookstore was.
10 points to anybody who can tell me where that's from. Anyway, later.
Yeah, I don't remember. And anyways, he runs his bookstore, and he meets this customer who has a stupid name of Guinevere Beck, and they call her Beck.
Guinevere Beck
for short. Yeah. And he falls hopelessly in love with her. And instead
who wouldn't fall in love with Guinevere Beck?
And instead of doing your traditional hey, can I call you sometime or whatever, he decides to stalk her.
Sounds
and
right.
Find her on Facebook and Instagram.
Well, wouldn't you look her up on the social medias? With a name like Guinevere Beck, I'm like, first I have to make sure that name is correct.
And he just starts creeping on her until he puts himself into a situation. Within the first episode, he follows her to a poetry reading that she's doing, and she gets completely trashed and ends up falling into the subway track.
Like she does.
Like she's drunk out of her mind.
She's gonna die.
He's kind of following her. And so he happens to be on the same subway platform as her, and she falls into the subway track, and he rescues her and then gives her a cab ride home, but then steals her phone.
Okay, so he's like one step forward, two steps back.
Yeah. So he actually rescued her from the subway track so she wouldn't get hit by a train and got narrowly missed, but then steals her phone so that she'll have to get another one. But
is he like a phone salesman or something?
No, so she ends up getting another phone, but she doesn't deactivate her old one, so he can watch her.
That's a plot hole. That's weird.
And
he's watching her through the phone?
No, he can watch her text. He can see she's talking about him or anything like that. And then towards, I want to say the end of the second episode, he ends up kidnapping the guy that is currently seeing her. I don't remember his name.
It didn't matter because he died.
Well,
he is murdered.
So he gets kidnapped. Guy. So in the bottom of this bookstore, in the basement, there's this collection of first editions, right? And it's this glass case kind of room thing. And his name is Benji, and he takes Benji down there. Benji is this really poster child D-bag who's selling handcrafted artisanal soda.
So it's easier to not like him,
It's super easy to not like him, but
he's still being kidnapped.
Joe sees him as a threat to Beck. Like, he's trying to help Beck out and protect her life because he feels like it's his duty now. And so he sets up this fake meeting for Benji to go and talk about artisanal soda with like some lifestyle writer. And he takes Benji down there into the basement, telling him it's kind of like a speakeasy. And so he goes down there and then smashes him on the side of the head with a hammer.
He kills him?
Like a bookbinding hammer. No, he doesn't kill him at that point.
This is the worst thing
because
ever.
Joe, at this point, he doesn't consider himself a killer, right? And so I'm not going to spoil the whole first season, but he doesn't consider himself a killer, so he doesn't know what to do. And he kind of fumbles through it for a few episodes until he like starts making really insane decisions. It's based off of a book series called You, and I forget what I think the second book is called Hidden Bodies. Holly
that can tell you everything you need to know
Yeah.
about the show, Hidden Bodies.
Holly read the book and she felt that the first season was pretty close. They started deviating towards the end from it, but it was an interesting series. I will say this, Joe, you kind of like, he's a psychopath 100%, but in the Dexter kind of psychopath way,
like a happy psychopath,
where like you feel like he's convinced himself he's trying to do good in the world by doing what he's doing. Definitely not accurate, right?
Or is it?
But he's convinced himself he's trying to do good. He has a weird way of doing it, and he's trying to seemingly protect Beck's life because all the people that he all the things that he entered, like he runs interference for her, like are distractions to her being an amazing writer and having the best life that she could possibly
So
have.
he's just trying to help her out
In a way, yes.
in a
But
psychopathic way.
in the psychopath
Well,
way.
maybe he's not a psychopath. He's just a weirdo, right? Like a legit weirdo.
No, he's psychopath.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So it was a fun watch. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't like Breaking Bad level good,
It's good. It's a good show right there.
but it wasn't like give me a bad show.
Riverdale.
Okay, wasn't Riverdale. Actually, it might have been Riverdale. I haven't
might
watched
actually
it.
have been Riverdale.
It might have been.
It wasn't a. I can't think of a bad show. I don't watch bad shows.
Yeah.
So, American Horror Story. I don't know.
It was a fun watch. It was really easy and really mindless.
It wasn't The Flash,
Fair enough.
but mindless, but like not terrible mindless.
Yeah, like it kind of
Like
kept you
Pretty Little Liars.
It kind of kept you suspense. Like there was like some good suspense to it. You kind of root for Joe a little bit.
Kind of like Dexter.
Yeah.
So it's similar to Dexter in a way
Yeah.
that you like. He's a charming. You know he's doing wrong stuff, but
He
you're
can
kind of
be.
like, well, he's trying to help, and
He very much can
But then
be.
he gets himself in bad situations.
100%.
So he's kind. I mean, he's also
Yeah.
kind of like a.
I haven't watched
the guy
Dexter,
from
but
Breaking
from what
Bad.
I understand from Dexter, there was a bit more of a redeeming quality to Dexter at a certain. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
But
sure.
definitely, it's worth a watch.
Okay.
All right, and they're doing a second season. One of my favorite comedians, Crystal Lee, is actually going to be in the second season.
Krista, yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
what was the last thing you watched, Jose?
So I watched a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna talk about the movie I talked about last time, which was Alita: Battle Angel,
Oh yeah.
because she's similar to kind of messianic
Yeah.
figure-ish. You know, I mean, she's
Joe was not a messianic figure.
the opposite,
Yes.
actually. No, so Alita: Battle Angel. So if you've never read the manga or watched any of the kind of animation they have on it, she is a robot.
Yep.
Um,
Is she an Autobot in disguise?
Nope. She is a robot from a long time ago that is reanimated by a doctor who basically works on robots. And he's cyborgs. Works with cyborgs. She's a cyborg. So she has a human brain, but a cyborg shell. So he gives her a body that belongs to his. He was going to give to his dead daughter, who I'm not spoiling the movie, but it's whatever, right? Anyway, point being is that she's new to this world. She wakes up, she has no memory of anything. She doesn't know what her name is, and she's doing everything for the first time. She has to eat because the brain still needs nutrients
Okay.
for some odd reason, whatever.
So is it his daughter's brain?
No. He finds her in a scrap heap.
And she already has a brain.
She already has a brain, but it functions perfectly, just the memory doesn't work.
Okay.
And so then she meets this boy. Oh, let's meet the boy. Anyway, she's going around town learning stuff. Well, she starts to have her memories come back.
Okay.
Little by little. And she also finds out that the doctor, is a bounty hunter.
Okay.
And he hunts cyborgs that commit crimes. And she wants to do the same thing. And there's also this there's this floating city. It's one of the last cities.
It's where the elite live.
It's where the elite live.
Kind of like in Elysium.
It's exactly like Elysium.
Yeah.
And so you can't go up there. And people really don't come down either. They kind of stay there. And the only way to go up there is to win this murder ball or roller ball. I don't know what it's called. Roller murder something. It's a game.
They're sport.
It's a sport that you play. It's probably just called football. I don't know. But anyway, the elite person that does it gets to go up there.
Okay.
That wins the championship. And so she's enamored by that too. And so she's falling in love with this guy. And she wants to be a bounty hunter just like the guy, the doctor. Who kind of seems like a father figure. He doesn't want her to, but she helps him. Like she follows him because she thinks that he's the one killing the people and taking the spare parts.
Okay.
But it's actually somebody else, and he gets in a trap, and she whoops the mess out of everybody. And so she's a really good fighter, and so she has flashbacks of being a good fighter. And so apparently she was an elite fighter 300 years ago during the war, and she had a different body that was like, and it was this weird kind of fighting style called Panzerkunst. All this stuff sounds really stupid when you like say it out loud, but it's interesting in the movie, in the context of the story.
So she was a fighting.
She was a
robot.
She was a robot
300 years ago.
Android designed, a cyborg designed to fight.
How's the brain still alive?
I have no idea.
Because you just said that she has to eat in order to keep feeding the
but
brain
she was
nutrients.
discarded, so anything that gets discarded comes from that city.
Okay.
So she might have just gotten discarded and her memory wiped. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
And I don't know how long the brain lasts without it or how it deteriorates. I don't know. Maybe that's why
I know
not working.
they're talking about doing a sequel.
Yeah, they should, because it was, I mean, honestly, so the fight scenes were amazingly good.
Yeah.
The movie looks beautiful. The story is not that great. I mean, it's honestly, it's on par with like Avatar. Avatar didn't have that great of a story either.
Avatar: Last Airbender? Or
No,
Avatar
the
Unobtainium.
Avatar Unobtainium.
Yeah.
The story was kind of, I mean, it wasn't a bad story. It was just not original.
No, it's a bad story.
No, it was okay. Like, it was okay.
That was a bad story.
I didn't like it, but it was okay.
Bad story.
There's a lot worse. Okay, anyway, bad story. Cool.
Bad
so,
story. 14 years, Unobtainium.
So
do
it's
a little find and replace.
So it's a little
and then you use Papyrus for your font. You know what you did.
Papyrus. So it's a little flat, the story-wise, but they're gearing up for the sequel. That's what it's for. The big eyes didn't bother me or anything. I think you definitely have to see it in the theater. Try to see it in 3D if you can, but it is a really great movie. It's like a great experience, very entertaining.
Well, and what's her name? Rosa Salazar. I mean, she did all the acting. They did all the mocap and
points
the face.
everywhere, all over her face and everything. And so she did all the acting. You can see it, like it looks so realistic. And sometimes I couldn't even tell that it was CG, that her face was CG. Good ending, good characters, good acting by Mahershala Ali, and what's that chick's name? Jennifer Connelly.
Okay.
And of course,
I forgot she was in it.
Christoph
Waltz.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz. He was great.
I'm starting to get him confused for Willem Dafoe.
They're almost becoming the same person.
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy. But they did a great job of putting these characters to life.
Okay.
And if you watch the movie and you like it, I would check out the manga too, because it's really cool. And the cool thing I like about it is it's a female protagonist that doesn't need men, at all. She's like her own kind of fighter. So check it out. It's good. I liked it. And it's probably going to be on DVD soon. But try to see it in theater if you can.
I mean, we did talk about this a month ago.
Yeah,
so.
But it's a really cool story. I mean, as far as like later on, like the stuff they have to draw from for the sequel is going to be really good.
Gotcha.
So I'm excited about that.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. That's it, man.
Yeah. I think that's all we got for this episode.
We got a really quick episode.
Yeah.
Trying to just get that out there, that one Messianic figure stuff, and then try this streaming stuff out.
Yeah.
Interesting to say the least.
Trying to get back into the swing of things. Like I said, we lost our equipment a little over a month ago, and trying to remember how to do this again.
Yeah. So if you want, email us, show ideas, questions, comments, whatever, at itsgoingtogetstupid@gmail.com.
You can tweet us at IGTGS Show.
You can go on Facebook, join the conversation, facebook.com/itsgoingtogetstupid.
You can find us on Twitch, / It's Going to Get Stupid.
Or you can call us, leave us a voicemail, 281-698-7538.
Yep.
The lines are now closed. So we'll check your voicemails and read them on air.
And we'll be recording usually on Sundays around 3 o'clock.
Sundays at 3.
Yeah, that's what works for us.
Be there or be square or any other kind of shape that you want.
I mean...
But you have to be a quadrilateral else you can't join.
Has to be a quadrilateral?
Yep.
Like, what if I wanted to be like a rhombus?
Can't be a rhombus, bro.
Or a pentagon?
Or dodecahedron. You can't do none of that. You got to be a quadrilateral.
Well, I'm offended.
You should be.
Yeah.
This is not equal opportunity over here. This is America. And with that note, I'm out. Peace.